one by one, let's go through them. Natasha Morrison, third quickest in the world this year. That's saying something given the company that she's keeping under 11 seconds. Looks a little chilly here though, was a bit slow than most of the others in the qualifying. Javianne Oliver had a great indoor season, carried that to the outdoors as well. Has looked sharp and made it through without really having to dip. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson, the sensation of women's sprinting, made 10:70 and bits look so easy on 3 occasions already this year. Sort of times that others only dream of. Okagbare has broken 10.8 in the past and is in very good form, sub-11 form. Former medalist in the long jump at the Olympics, of course. And then Dina Asher-Smith, the darling of the British crowd, the world champion at 200 metres. Silver medalist in this event, though, and looked excellent in qualification. She was in a different semi-final. Ta Lou looks chilly. Well, medalist at 200 metres and at 100 metres and indoors as well. Normally a pretty good starter. And then Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. What can you say about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce? She's 34 now, but in 2019, she had what may well have been her best ever season. 11 times under 11 seconds that year, and of course, became the world champion again. And then Isla Del Ponte of Switzerland. I mentioned earlier, if you were with us, or might have heard me say that she had a bout of coronavirus recently, but she's recovered. Couldn't go at the World Relays, but she's here. The European Indoor Champion, she'll be in lane 8. Dina Asher-Smith, world champion. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, one of the most successful female sprinters of all time. Olympic champion, world champion. And then you've got the quickest in the world at the moment, the world leader, Sha'Carri Richardson. The women's 100 metres. Oh, Okagbare got a blinding start. Richardson got left a little bit. Dina Asher-Smith is out there, and it's Richardson and Dina Asher-Smith. Asher-Smith has the lead in a minute. It's going to be Dina Asher-Smith. She's going to get it. Asher-Smith wins. 11:35. Time not important. All about who won today. They'll all say it doesn't matter right now on a cold evening in Gateshead in May, because they'll all come back together, we would think, at the Olympics. But goodness me, she looked good in the semi-final. She looked the best, you have to say that. She's contended with the conditions. She's contended with this great field she had to face here. The time, of course, not quick in the wet and the rain and the wind, but she was sharp, Tim. Very good.
Brilliant start from Asher-Smith, then fourth from left, yet dwarfed, by, of course, by Okagbare. But look at Richardson, coming strong late, and I thought with about 40 to go, Richardson might pull her back. But no, Dina stayed very strong all the way through to the line. She comes here so fresh, Steve. Don't forget, she said she hardly raced last year, apart from some minor races, to give herself a mental break as much as anything else, and it seems to have paid dividends. And she takes the win very comfortably indeed against the top field. You think the World 100 champion, World 200 champion, the world #1, umpteen others with very, very fast personal bests in that race, but Dina has won that by distance.
British win in British weather. Shining through the rain, though, Dina Asher-Smith. And that will give us so much confidence. As I said, the time doesn't matter. It's, as Tim was mentioning, you're winning against a stellar field here, and it's such an important year. Yes, Richardson will say I've flown in, and you know, these weather conditions, I'm sure none of them have enjoyed, but Dina Asher-Smith steps up and wins 11:35, as we were saying, a clear margin between her and the others. Ta Lou just getting ahead of Fraser-Pryce to take third in 11:48 to 11:51.
The women's 100-meter final at the 2021 Diamond League meeting in Gateshead unfolded under harsh and unwelcoming conditions. Cold rain and gusty winds created a difficult environment for the sprinters, yet the lineup featured some of the biggest names in world athletics. Despite the dismal weather, the race became a showcase of determination, composure, and resilience among elite competitors who are more accustomed to the heat of global championships than the chill of a British evening. The field was nothing short of spectacular. Natasha Morrison, one of the fastest women in the world that season, took her place alongside America's Javianne, known for her sharp indoor form. Also on the track stood Blessing Okagbare, the Nigerian powerhouse and former Olympic long jump medalist, and Marie-Josée Ta Lou, the Ivorian star with medals in both the 100 and 200 meters. The Jamaican legend Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a multiple Olympic and world champion, brought experience and prestige to the race. But all eyes were on the American sensation Sha'Carri Richardson and Britain's own Dina Asher-Smith, the reigning world 200-meter champion and home favorite. When the starter's gun fired, it was clear that the weather had taken its toll. Okagbare reacted well out of the blocks, while Richardson appeared to hesitate slightly, losing ground in the opening strides. Asher-Smith, however, seized control early from lane 4, displaying her trademark acceleration and technical precision. Her start was powerful and balanced, and as the race progressed, she held her form superbly despite the rain pelting down. Richardson began to close the gap in the final 40 meters, but Asher-Smith's rhythm never faltered. She powered through to the finish line, crossing in 11.35 seconds, a time that, while not remarkable on paper, spoke volumes about her composure and adaptability in adverse conditions. The result electrified the crowd. Asher-Smith's victory was a statement. Even in challenging weather, against the world's best, she could dominate. Richardson took second place in 11.44, while Fraser-Pryce finished third in 11.51, narrowly ahead of Ta Lou. Natasha Morrison settled for seventh after struggling to find her rhythm in the cold. The times were slower than usual, but the quality of the competition was undeniable. Commentators were quick to highlight the significance of Asher-Smith's win. After taking a deliberate break from intense competition the previous year to regain her mental freshness, she appeared revitalized. Her ability to stay focused and execute flawlessly despite the weather underscored her maturity and experience. In a season building toward the Tokyo Olympics, this performance was exactly what she needed, proof that her preparation was on the right track. For Richardson, the race was a valuable lesson. Having already clocked multiple sub-10.80 performances earlier in the year, she came into the event as the world leader. Yet Gateshead served as a reminder that sprinting is as much about adaptability as raw speed. Competing in Europe's unpredictable climate offered her a glimpse into the conditions she might face on the world stage. And though she didn't win, her late surge showed her determination and fighting spirit. Fraser-Pryce, meanwhile, continued to demonstrate her consistency. Even at 34, she remained a force to be reckoned with, proving that experience and mental strength can keep an athlete competitive long after others would have slowed. Her presence in the race added prestige and depth, reflecting the intergenerational rivalry that defines women's sprinting today. Ultimately, the Gateshead final wasn't about fast times. It was about who could rise above the circumstances. Dina Asher-Smith's triumph in front of her home crowd symbolized resilience and control. Against the backdrop of rain, wind, and pressure, she reminded the world why she is considered one of the most technically gifted and mentally strong sprinters of her generation. As the athletes left the track, smiles and mutual respect replaced disappointment. They all knew this race was just a prelude to bigger stages ahead. Still, for one rainy evening in Britain, Dina Asher-Smith stood as the queen of the 100 meters, shining through the storm with grace, power, and determination.